Over the past couple of months, I've taken a look at quite a few Sony DAB, DAB Plus and FM radios. I've looked at the XDR P1 DBP, I've looked at the S41 and the S61, and I'll put links to those videos in the description of this video. But then I thought to myself, not everybody wants to spend kind of upwards of £50–60 on a radio that might just sort of sit in the kitchen, not doing a great deal all the time. So what I did was I went onto Amazon and found the cheapest DAB radio I could possibly find. And I'm not talking about a portable thing, I'm talking about something that will, sit in a room and is DAB Plus. I wanted it to be equivalent to the Sonys, so it needed to be DAB Plus. And this is what I came up with. This is the Majority Arbury 2, and this retails, well, at the time that I bought it, at £14.99. So first of all, before I unbox this, let's just take a look at who Majority are. So here's the Majority website, and, it looks like they've got their stuff together here with a very nicely presented webpage showing all their products. Every item in the Majority range was meticulously designed in Cambridge. Meticulously, and then shipped off to China for mass production, I suppose. But anyway, we're not here to be massively critical. But they've clearly got a nice web presence here, and they've got all their products down here. So let's have a quick look at rain radios. Plant a tree with Majority. They say they've done 61,000 trees. Not a huge amount towards the something in the region of 3.5 to 7 billion cut down every year. But nice when companies do these sort of things. So there we go. There's the one I'm looking at today. This is the Arbury portable DAB Plus radio, meticulously designed. But they've all got these names to them, their products there. You've got this sort of Fitzwilliam and the Eddington and what have you. It's all got these slightly kind of twee names to them. I'm not a huge fan of that, but okay, I'll go with it and just have a quick look at the About Us page before we move on. From a living room in Cambridge to over 1 million homes across the globe, Majority has come a long way since starting in 2012. Majority was initiated from the idea that there could be a product that is suitable for everyone and enjoyed by all. There we go. Take a look at the website yourself. Nice. Nicely done. Right, and no, this product hasn't been sent to me. This has been purchased by me, and I'm doing a completely honest review of this. So let's take a look in the box and see how this thing sort of stacks up. So first of all, on the back here, we've got DAB Plus digital FM radio, so better sound quality and audio clarity through digital radio channels. Well, I wish that were true, but of course it isn't, because DAB has terrible bit rates, and DAB Plus, they've just thought, oh, well, we can get better compression, so we'll just lower the bit rate even more. So to be honest, DAB, as far as audio quality goes, isn't tremendously good at all. However, this one has 20 memory presets. Really? Where are the buttons for them? Okay, well, we'll find in a second. It does have a rechargeable battery done with a micro USB, which is great, and an alarm clock. So, on the surface of it, it looks pretty good. But for £14.99, I mean, how good can it possibly be? That's either is an absolute bargain, or there's going to be something a little awry with this radio. I really don't know. So first of all, on the top here, we've got our micro USB cable. Now, one thing I notice that's different between this and the Sonys is that this doesn't have any suppressors either end. That one, all the Sonys have one suppressor on either end of this USB cable, presumably because if you're going to charge this while using it, you will get a lot of noise through that was going to impact your reception on radio and on FM. But no suppressors there, so just a standard micro USB cable. And then here is our radio in a bag. Okay. There it is. Please switch power button on rear to on position before use. Oh, right, okay. So there's an individual little power button here, and there's the micro USB port. This is just, it looks like a little electronics project kit, this. Like a... Okay, so the antenna sits on top and can be pulled out. It's a standard sort of about 50 centimeters long, and when it pulls out to the top, you do get the little bit that can be adjusted there. It's really loose, that, actually. But tucks away neatly into the case, and just let's peel this sticker off the front of here. The display on this, clearly isn't sort of a major sort of, it's not a terribly high quality display, but again, probably enough for a radio. Buttons on the front, info menu, preset, power and mode, dimmer, previous, next, enter, snooze. So layout wise, just really, really simple. As I say, this does look a lot like just a kind of, like someone's just bought a stock box for an electronics project kit from something like, RS Components or something, and just chucked a board in it. Language, English. Yep, that's fine. Enter. Welcome to digital radio. Full scan. Aerial up for that, I think. Okay. Not too much to read in the instructions. That's pretty much it. So you can take a look at that if you want. All the rest of it is just other languages. Not much else there. So volume is here.
Studies found Gulf War syndrome, which affects 250,000 veterans, was likely caused by nerve agents.
Okay.
Military personnel.
Well, let's have a look what it's managed to pick up. And I'm going to have to just have a look at this. Can I just go through? Okay, so it's found 62 stations. BBC, has it found all the BBC stuff? Yep. Do I need to press enter? BBC Radio 1, right.
Kicks my feet from Virgil, no Van Dijk, I'm on slime like Keenan, bro, got it, banging, no reasons.
Right, so it works. It's tuned them in, it's picked them up, it's plastic as anything, but as far as, I guess it sounds okay.
People should just stop and think for a moment about that. The ability of any witness before any parliament to tell the truth and fulfil their oath is effectively being questioned by the Crown Office. However, the move to independence, which I've sought all my political life and continue to seek, must be accompanied by institutions whose leadership is strong and robust and capable of protecting each and every citizen from arbitrary authority.
And maybe if you took the time, then you would know what I mean.
Watching my choker, I did it. I kept a straight face in this poker, I did it. Look.
All right, so let's take a quick look around the radio. Of course, here's the speaker. This whole box feels like it's part of an electronics project kit. It is really just a very plain black box with absolutely zero thought to the design whatsoever. And everything's just been kind of dumped on it where it needs to go. And it's ugly, right? This thing wins no points for design. Does it work though? Well, it certainly seems to at the moment. We've got a super basic display here at the top. I just made that a little bit brighter for you. You can see that we've got our station name, and then you can scroll through different types of information. This is on DAB, of course. And we've got our signal stuff here. I think that's signal related. Then signal errors and frequency and the multiplex number. Program type, date and time, bit rate, and program information. So, not bad, it's got a reasonable amount of information there for you. And then we can put our presets in here. I can't figure out how to do that for the life of me, so I'm not going to worry too much about that now, but you can put up to 20 presets in here. Just put that in there and you can scroll through your different presets, and once they've been added, you can just press enter and choose them that way. And then you've got power and mode, which if you press down and hold on the power button, it puts it into standby. Mode just changes over to FM. Dimmer changes the brightness of the display to three different brightness levels. Previous and next goes previous and next on the stations or the presets or whatever you happen to be doing, or tunes up and down if it's FM. And then enter just obviously is, if you choose a particular station, you press enter then to actually go, change to it. And then logically, guess what volume up and volume down does? Okay. So there we go. That's pretty much the limit of what you can do with the radio. Standard stuff, but it's working. It's picking up the stations in this room here, even with all my kind of lights on and stuff. So not too bad. Let's do a quick test now of how quickly we can change between stations. So I'm just going to turn the volume up on this a little bit. And I'm going to go to another station on the same multiplex. Let's go now. Okay. What was that? About 4 seconds or so. Now let's try one on a different multiplex. So I'm going to go to up to, say, Absolute Radio or something. I think these are on, I think these capital ones, I think these are on a different one. Let's try that. About the same. So on this radio, it doesn't seem to make any difference whether you're changing between the same stations on the same multiplex or not. And let's just turn off. And when you turn off, it appears you get the time up at the top. I don't know whether that stays on permanently or not, but fair enough. I imagine the backlight will have to turn off. So presumably not. I guess that's gone on to standby, right? So let's see how quickly it powers up then now. Pretty good from standby. That's quick. I think that's probably about 3 or 4 seconds. And I don't know if you need to... Can I press and hold that down more? Or, so it's going like this, but I'm not sure now whether I need to turn it off at the back here or whether I can just leave it like this. Oh, it's turned back on again. Why did it turn back on again? Did I just press... I think I just pressed the button. No, can you turn off? Right, let's leave it like that and see whether it will actually stay off now. Another question I know I might maybe asked is whether or not you can charge this and use it at the same time. Well, I guess the answer is probably yes, but I'll test that for you now. So there we go. It's plugged in to the power bank now. And that is, I don't know if it gives me any indication that it's charging. Yeah. Okay, so it does give me an indication it's charging there. Little orange LED on the back. Really not a great place to have it. So yeah, you've got this cable that sticks out of the back like that, so you can't put this flush against the wall if you want to charge it at the same time. Would be nice to have that on the side, I think. But yeah, you can charge it and use it at the same time. All right, so this thing weighs nothing, is plastic as anything. This is loose. This antenna is loose, so this just wobbles around like this. But you know what? It works. It's $14.99, and if you are just after a radio to kind of chuck in a shed, or maybe in a bathroom or something where they're going to get damaged over time, you know, with all this sort of steam and stuff, it's not that bad. It does the job. Let me know what you think anyway. Do you like this? This is the Majority Arbury 2. Does it have any redeeming features, this? Apart from the fact that it does actually pick stuff up and play music and speech and work as a radio. I think in every other way it probably couldn't be much worse. But let me know what you think in the comments, and whether you would be happy to just have this and spend $14.99, or whether you'd prefer to spend the extra kind of £20-30 and get a kind of S41 or Sony S41 or something similar to that. It's not too bad, better than I expected.